Hello and welcome everybody to yet another presentation of Hard Hats TV, the second to last game we've got here in the Veterans Classic. Here, the Veterans Classic tournament, we have the Post-22 Expos, the Junior Legion team, U17 that the Hard Hats have. The Hard Hats of tomorrow going to be pitching and playing against the Westco Zephyrs of Scottsbluff, Nebraska. This is my first look at the at the Expos this year. We got to see some of them last year in the um, Veterans Classic as well, where they finished third in the entire thing, going undefeated in pool play 3-0 as a replacement filler for a canceling team. But it was pretty cool to see that. So here are the lineups. I'll start with the Expos. Leading off for the Expos, left fielder Kane McLeod, followed by center fielder Lars Kiefer batting second. Designated hitter Dexter Steen is third. Third baseman Hadley Burris is cleaning up. The shortstop will be Dawson Inhofer, who pitched the final 3.5 innings of the Hard Hats game last night. Then Trevor Schlosser is going to be the first baseman and batting sixth. The catcher, Carter Brager, will be seventh. Right fielder Graydon Juvie will be at the 8, and second baseman Blaine Hunt is at the 9 with Brody Lee on the mound. Leading off for the Westco Zephyrs is Oscar Felix here in the top of the first. Felix 1 for 3 on the tourney with a strikeout. He has not played in the field since game 1 of the tournament. Well, the first game for Westco. They've had 4 games, of course. They were 1-3 in those games. The Expos the opposite. They were 3-1. Bouncer, good grab there by the second baseman, and that'll be the first out of the game. A hard ball takes a skip right into the glove of Blaine Hunt for the first out. They'll bring up Michael Villagara. Michael had a pretty good tournament on defense. Had a shaky first game, allowed 2 errors in that one. Other than that, he's been pretty much perfect. 1 for 8 on the tournament, came into pitch, only allowed 2 runs over 3 innings in a loss to the 320 Shooters in game 1. Strike. That's pretty cool, Liam. Alright, I saw your Stetson guys lost. So 1 strike now here in the count to Villagara. Lee gives him a fastball. Chopped over to Inhofer. Inhofer pumps, throws, and that will be the second out. So 2 down now here in the top of the first. These are the Hard Hats of tomorrow, as I was just saying. And now Moy Panduro, one of the best hitters on this Westco team, batting 3 for 10 in the tourney. He will come up to the plate. Also pitched 7 shutout innings of 3-hit ball to get the Westco Zephyrs their only win of the tournament, 4-0 over the Peltzco Spartans of Alliance, Nebraska. One of the best pitching performances we have seen in this tournament. Ball fouled away. On deck is Yarl Mendez, batting around 700, 5 for 7. He's been getting singles galore. 1-1. Low ball bounces away, and it's now 2-1. So Brody Lee, wild pitch. The Expos always seem to do well in this tournament. They did not disappoint in this one. That one hit hard to left, and McLeod has it for the final out. So Brody Lee, 1-2-3 inning in the top. And so, yeah, no hits, no runs, no earned runs, no errors, nobody left on. And a shutout first for the Expos. Now let me give you the Zephyrs lineup. I know, I love SEMO. Let's go. All right, so the Westco Zephyrs leading off, shortstop, Oscar Felix. Second baseman, Michael Villagara will be at the 2. The third baseman, Moy Panduro, is third. Cleanup, right fielder, Yarl Mendez. Then the first baseman, the first baseman, Carter Reisig, who is going to be on the mound today. He will be batting 5th. So the pitcher, Reisig, at the 5. Rooting for you, Carter. Then left fielder Traven Jackson at the 6. Catcher Aiden Vargas will be 7th. First baseman will be Blake Grasmick at the 8. And the center fielder Sam Bolin will bat 9th with Rising on the mound. So, to repeat, the first 3 for Westco: shortstop Oscar Felix, second baseman Michael Villagara, and third baseman Moy Panduro. The middle 3, right fielder Yarl Mendez, pitcher Carter Rising, and left fielder Traven Jackson. And the bottom 3, catcher Aiden Vargas, first baseman Blake Grasmick, and the center fielder Sam Bolin with Rising on the mound. So, we are getting ready for the Expos side of things. They are a 25-4 team overall. In the tournament thus far, we have not covered any of their games because they were in the Pete Lean pool. Now they cross over. The Gehring Platte Valley Companies team, they beat them, handed them their first loss of the entire season, 8-2 in the opener. Then they beat the post 315 Sliders 5-4 from Box Elder in game 2. Then they lost narrowly in a 7-11 game to Sheridan. Could have gone undefeated there, had a chance at the championship. Unfortunately lost that. 6 errors in that game being the downfall of the team. And then 9-1 win over the previously undefeated ETC Mount Michael Benedictine Knights of Elkhorn, Nebraska. So leading off is Kane McLeod. I will be using quite a few stats here because I have access to all of them because this is our team. McLeod batting .382. Strike 1, delivered. He's reached base over half of the time he's come to the plate this year. OBP of 512 for Kane McLeod. Low. McLeod, if I'm not mistaken, going to Rapid City, going to St. Thomas More High School. 1-2 count. McLeod. This guy's one into center. And going back, he will not make the grab. It's in and out of the glove. Misplayed by the center fielder, Bolin. And reaching second will be McLeod on the error. Already an error for the Zephyrs. Not off to a good start for them. I know the clouds look really threatening in the back there. There's a bunch of thunderheads, but all of them are there, and the wind is pushing them away. So they are in our pass. They will not go over the stadium, and we will not have a lightning delay. Okay, Rising on the mound. Yesterday, I was aware that some of the players have been watching the streams and think that there is, think that I've been kind of harsh to Rising. I can get with that. I've just mostly been reading stat lines, however, and he's not been having the best tournament. But he's on the mound. Hard Hat game will start 4:30 p.m. against the Mount Michael Knights. That'll be the third place game. 1-0, pulled back, 2-0. It's a 2-0 count to Lars Kiefer. I'm assuming younger brother of Wilson Kiefer. Hard hat shortstop for the last few years. Bunt put down. He falls and trips in the box. Rising pump fakes, throws to first, and that'll be the first out. A sacrifice bunt moved McLeod over to third.
The sacrifice bunt brings up the designated hitter, number 30.
I don't know what he did to trip himself there, but it's the first one now, and the Expos very close to getting the win, or not the win, the first run of the game. Dexter Steen, the designated hitter, batting third. Steen batting a clean .500 across 55 plate appearances. Top hitter for this team. He flares one, and it'll find a spot, a single in the infield. That ball just floated away from the third baseman Moy Panduro. And the first run scores for the for the Expos here in the bottom of the first. Steen improves his average above 500 now. Very impressive. That error ends up costing the defense. Reisig's throw back to first. Not in time. Steen with a lead. Think about this Expos team, they got plenty of speed. Dexter Steen, 12 for 12 on stolen bases this year. Up comes Hadley Burris. Burris, that ball gets by. He doesn't even have to steal the base. Steen reaches safely standing up. Wild pitch from Reisig. They were praising Reisig's pitching thing, saying that he's a heck of a pitcher and this was his game, so excited to see it. They meaning the coach that talked to me yesterday from the Zephyrs during the hail intermission. One out to Burris, man on second. Can't afford to get themselves in a hole here. Zephyrs, a good team when they've got good pitching on the mound. One out, strike two. A pretty little curveball finds its way into the zone. Good pitch there from Reisig. Burris, the cleanup man, trying to bring in the runner. Swing and a miss for Hadley Burris, and that'll be strike two. Coach Torvey in attendance looking at the game right now. Obviously, stand out here, you might have a really good chance, possibly if a man goes down, to be promoted to the Hard Hats. He's watching with a little clipboard, taking notes. He's well familiar with most of with everybody here, but you know, you could still make a standout to the Hard Hats coach here. Ball, 2-2. High ball 3. Reisig's curveball does not find the zone. Payoff pitch. Grounded up the middle. Felix handles. He'll throw, and the second out made. Reisig coaxes a ground ball, turns into an out. And Steen will move over to third on the ground out. Dawson Inhofer now up. Inhofer spent most of his time this year as a hard hat, including last night when he pitched 5 consecutive strikeouts and earned the win for the Hard Hats. And I guess he's down here. Maybe my guess is that with the game for the Hard Hats last night, and Coach Torvey probably said, "You're not in the lineup offensively tonight. You want to play with the Expos here," and so he got sent down to play with them in this crucial game. Give the team a better chance. So 2-0 to Inhofer. Oh, that's a ball. I thought that would caught the zone. Just a little outside. 2-0. Ball 4. Reisig walks the first man. Inhofer aboard. Inhofer very fast. Oh, he already takes off! The throw doesn't tag him, and coming home is Steen. A surprise steal. Inhofer touches first, sees the pitcher's not paying attention, and then takes off. The throw a little bit late, and the tag not good there by Villagara. And the Expos score again on a sneaky little play. Inhofer stealing second, Steen stealing home. All right, Strike one, delivered to Trevor Schlosser, wearing that coveted 22 number for post 22. Schlosser. Keep on trying to say like it's Schlosser. Schlosser. But like my mouth keeps making the sh sound because I'm doing the Schlosser. You know. All right, 1-1 for Schlosser. Rizik gives him one, fouled away. That was hard contact. Schlosser batting 405 on the season. OPS of 991. And Inhofer takes off, called strike, and that'll be the inning. So regardless of the stolen base, which does not count, Rizik able to get out of the inning, but 2 runs score. One of them unearned due to an error on Bolin in center. And actually both of them unearned. And he'll get the first K of the day. So to recap, 1 hit turns into 2 runs. Neither of them are earned. There's 1 error on the catcher or on the center fielder Bolin, and 1 man is left on base. It is 2-0 Expos after 1. I've been rooting for the SEMO. I thought they would do it. I said it going into the game that would be very happy for me, and they're doing really well right now against number 5 Arkansas. They're in the 8th inning, still up 6-1. Come on, Redhawks. They'd go to the regional championship game against Kansas State after this, if they would get the win. So I'm going to run through some more stats here. On the season, Brody Lee has started 4 games. He is 3-0. He has, what is that? That's 26 strikeouts over 24 innings. He has 12 walks over the 24 innings. Has an ERA of 2.01 and a whip of 1.15. This is largely against junior Legion teams, however, not against senior Legion teams such as the Westco Zephyrs. But a 1-2-3 inning in the first lends credence to his ability. And up comes Yarl Mendez. This could be the toughest challenge of the day for Lee. Mendez batting 5 for 7 in the tournament. He's batting 714 at the moment. He has 4 singles, a run, and 2 RBIs. The exact kind of guy you want here to lead off the inning. Swing and a miss. Some sort of slider maybe. A breaking ball that wasn't that slow. Able to get a swing underneath it. 0-1. Soft grounder. It'll be handled. The throw to first in time. And Mendez ran it out but could not get there. 4-3 ground out. And the first 4 are all down in order for Brody Lee. This Zephyrs team got perfectoed yesterday by Ethan Reisdorfer and the Cheyenne Post 6 Sixers, who went on to win the whole thing. But perfect game so far for Lee. Here's Reisek. I know that they're probably watching this back right now to see if I say anything. Hello there, Westco. Hello there, team. I'm trying to be nice to Carter today. Ball in the dirt. 1-1. Carter 0 for 9 in the tournament. 4 strikeouts and 2 errors. Not been the pretty one. 1-1 for Lee. Nearly hits Reisig, and that'll be the second ball. He has to duck underneath it. Able to get out the way. Good agility. Hard hats are here watching. 2-1 count. Just high, and it's 3-1 now. Reisig about to get to base for the first time in the tournament. Lee fires him a fastball, fouled off, and now the count full. That was cool. The manager for the Expos, Jace Caldwell, is stealing the ball from bench coach Sean Keller to try to throw it back to first, or throw it back to the mound. Full count. Strike! No, ball! And Reisig reaches base for the first time this tournament via the full count walk. Up comes Traven Jackson. He's 3 for 7. 2 strikeouts and a run. Been a good bat in the lineup here. Even played catcher the other day. Interesting thing about Jackson, when he was the catcher, the courtesy runner was Dawson Barrett. When Barrett was the catcher, the courtesy runner was Traven Jackson. So which one of them is faster? Which one of them is a better runner if they're both being replaced by the other? Or is it something about like making sure that the catcher is in his gear when they go out? That could be it. Put him in the bench and they're never left on base. Swung on and hit deep into right. And it's still going. Jackson's ball off to the wall. And now Reisig rounding third. He'll be told to come home. The throw to the infield. Throw to third high. It gets over the head of the third baseman. And the runner scores for the Zephyrs. They make it a 2-1 ball game on a triple from Traven Jackson. RBI triple for Jackson brings home Reisig. That's his first run of the tournament. He said he would point to me after he got a hit. He did not get a hit yet. That was just a walk, but I'm going to be waiting for it. Up comes Aiden Vargas. Good pitcher at the end of the game against Cheyenne Post 6. Man on third, 1 out. Tying run just 90 feet away. Lee, his pitch, right? No, just outside. 1 out. Vargas sits on it. Reisig breaks up the perfect streak. That one, high hopper. Inhofer gets it on the run, throw to first, in on target, but the game is tied up. So an RBI ground out by Aiden Vargas will tie things up here. And up comes Grasmick. He's 0 for 6, but does have 3 walks. Ball there, so whenever he swung, it hasn't worked out for him. When he hasn't swung, not so terrible. Still no strikeouts for him, so really. Yeah, so 1-0 to Blake Grasmick. Lee's pitch, outside ball 2. Grasmick looking for his 4th walk. Lee, the pitch, up and outside. Really good at just standing there. And it's 3-0 now for Grasmick. He has a hard skill in baseball. You never know what's a strike, what's not. I'm going to guess he's not going to swing here no matter what. Lee fires a fastball. That one's in the zone, and I was correct. "3-1. The pitch. Down the middle, strike 2. And now Grasmick might be forced to swing. Payoff pitch outside, and he will not. He stands there and gets the base.
For the walk, next up, the center fielder number 16, Sam Bolin.
Up comes Sam Bolin. Bolin 3 for 8 with a run. Three for 8 Bolin on the tournament. Batting nearly 500. I think that's 375. That's hit high into left. Kane McLeod going after it. He can't make the grab. The ball going to the track and against the wall. 1 run will score, and being told to hold up at second, Sam Bolin. The Zephyrs take the lead thanks to a 2-out double from Sam Bolin. If you're wondering why my voice is getting all raspy, I'm out of water. So in between innings, I might run into the batting cages and go to the water fountain in there and fill it up. Just because, you know. All right, so 1-0. Man on second. Up comes Oscar Felix, the leadoff man. He grounded out to second his first time up. High and inside, ball 2. Lee getting progressively a little wilder. Crossweight in the building. Hardhat's getting ready to go for an undefeated run in this tournament. Hit hard, and Inhofer scoops the throw on target, and that will be the inning. The Zephyrs put up 3 on a double, or on 2 extra base hits, and the lead now belongs to them. Westco on top, 3-2. First time they've led since the first day of the tournament. All right, I'll be back in a second. Gonna fill up the water. All right. I'm back with water. The filter status was red. So there might be contaminants, but at least my voice is not quite as crackly. Carter Brager coming in at the top or the bottom of the second here. Expos down. First pitch, swing and a miss. Brager, the catcher here, he came up momentarily for 1 game last season when they were testing things out. 2 people were brought up. It was Brager and it was Aiden Roberts. Aiden Roberts now the leadoff man for the Hard Hats. Brager batting 7th here for the Expos. So 3-1. Brager batting a fantastic average this year. OPS north of 1,000. That's hit hard. And Felix handles it. No, he bobbles it. And that will be an error on Oscar Felix. And yet again, the leadoff man will get aboard via error. These kind of mistakes going to be costly here for the Zephyrs. Got a feel for Rising a little. But he did have 2 errors of his own. So, you know. Brager now up. Brager now on first. Let's check on Brager. 6 stolen bases, all successful. And up comes Juvie. And taking off, Brager safe. Successful stolen base there for Carter Brager. Graydon Juvie batting just .261. Playing right field today. Freisig looking for the first out of the inning. He should have had it in the last one. 1-0 count. Bunt shown, pulled back. That's a strike. Freisig, a curveball, clips the corner of the zone. 1-1 count now here to Graydon Juvie. Pitch, high. Brager pretends to start running, and he'll stay put. Oh, I just realized they have a courtesy runner in. Riley Scott, the man on second. Freisig locates the zone, 2-2. So we have a pinch runner on second. 2-2 count now here for Juvie. Freisig, 1K on the day. It was looking. Gonna try. Just inside. Almost hits the zone. Carter Freisig. Awaiting. Payoff pitch. High and inside. And that'll be a walk. Also advancing Riley to third. Poor pitch there from Freisig. And Blaine Hunt now up.
With the license plates 2 Golf Foxtrot 966. You are parked in the fire lane out front. And again, this is Red Jeep 2GF 966. Please move your vehicle.
Somebody's parked in the fire lane. Irresponsible, frankly. Blaine Hunt now here. Playing the second baseman and 9-hole hitter. On deck, Kane McLeod. Juvie's got some speed. He's taking off. The throw. There. And coming home, the second steal. That's the play that Torby draws up all the time. Caldwell executes. And the double steal of home base will tie the game. So Riley Scott comes home. This is the same play that the Hard Hats do sometimes. Juvie steals second. Scott steals home. And on the throw there, it's an error on the shortstop, Oscar Felix, to bring the man over to third. Still nobody out in this inning. 2 errors already. Both of them on Felix. Not having a good day out there at short. 1-1. Freisig, fastball, hit back to him. Good snag, throw to first, in time. The reaction time, great there for Freisig. Able to handle a hot bouncer.
Nice little play by the pitcher. Gets us back to the top of the order. Number 26, the left fielder, Kane McLeod.
Kane McLeod now up. Last time up, he had a fly ball to center that bounced out of the glove of Sam Bolin. He came around to score the first run. That's hit up the middle and off of Villagara's hand. 1 run will score. And McLeod going to stay at first. A RBI single, I believe they're going to call that a single. It was a hard hit ball. We will see whether that's a single or an error. Yep, single. So RBI single for McLeod brings home the go-ahead run. Lars Kiefer now up. He had a sac bunt the last time. Good attempt at first. Tag applied slightly late. Expos on top, 4-3. Last time they were that they were on Hardheads TV was the Veterans Classic last year. In the third place game, didn't get him. Caden McLeod playing with fire right now. Reisig throwing some heat to first. Almost got him that time. The whole time, Lars Kiefer at the plate waiting. McLeod takes off, ball inside. The throw from Vargas, not on target, and he'll have a chance to run to third. A stolen base and another error, the third of the inning for the Zephyrs. Gonna have a quick meeting with the whole infield. It probably has nothing to do with Reisig. But Oscar Felix, 2 errors. Aiden Vargas with 1. He's gonna have a quick chat. McLeod, stolen base of second. And an E2 will advance him. 3 errors in the inning. 2 of them throwing, 1 of them a bobble. And the Expos making good use here. Lars Kiefer batting a slash line of 395, 525, and 1.037 in the OPS. Fouled away. Lars Kiefer has an unbelievable 35 stolen bases in less than 30 games. So, you know, that's speed right there. Reisig, the pitch, fastball, called strike at the knees, good pitch there. Hard hats here in attendance watching. Outside, ball 2. Vargas handles it. Believe it or not, 35 steals in less than 30 games is actually not good enough for first place on this team. Caden McLeod has 42. Ball gets through, and speaking of McLeod, here he comes. Home free. Wild pitch brings him in. For the record, not a single one of the 5 runs that have scored here today have been earned to the pitcher Reisig. So many errors costing. Payoff pitch, low and inside, ball 4. Second walk issued out to Kiefer. Improves that OBP, which is already above 500.
The ball brings up the designated hitter, number 30, Dexter Steen.
Up comes Steen. Speaking of over 500, that's his batting average. I know, something crazy. He's batting 500.691 OBP and 1.250 OPS. How about that? And stealing second successfully, Lars Kiefer. That's now his 36th steal of the season. Try not to take it too personally. 1-0. Steen drove in McLeod the first time up. Reisig gives him one. It is flared into center, and it'll get down. Lars Kiefer coming in. No play at the plate. And an RBI single. The Expos now have 4 in this inning. Now here's the thing, that is actually the first run that is legitimately earned to the pitcher, because 2 of the errors were throwing errors that wouldn't have been an out had they been on target. The other one was definitely the Oscar Felix bobble at the start should have been an out. Up to bat, Hadley Burris. Hadley 21 steals. This team just crazy fast. .349 batting average. Reisig's first offering slightly above the shoulders. So 349. The OBP of 468, which actually makes him kind of low on this team. And then a 950 OPS. 1-0 count. Popped up and out of play. It's 1-1. Kiefer leads the team, or is second on the team in runs with 39. One. Steen leading off. He stole home the last time he was up. Popped up and out of play. Reisig licks his fingers, goes back to work. 1-2 count for Burris. He grounded out to Felix his last time up. If he did that here, it might be a double play. Pickoff attempt, not in time, but another very good throw to first from Reisig. 1-2 count. Hit hard and scooped. The throw to second in time. Viagara to first, not in time. So act one of the double play successful, the other not. Steen retired on a fielder's choice 5-4 or 5-6. No, 5-4. And up comes Dawson Inhofer. Up comes Inhofer. He had a 4-pitch walk his last time up. He's got a mighty bat. If anybody's going to hit a homer here, it would be him. Unlikely to see it, though. Inhofer, the practical hard hat, taking off. And Vargas, the throw. A bouncer, not in time. A stolen base successful for Hadley Burris. Let me see how many of them have steals. 7 of the 9 starters have steals in this game. And that, we're not even like an inning through. Or we're not even 2 innings through. A bouncer. The umpire yells right there. The Westco Express a little upset about that, the manager. But it also should be noted that the bat touched the ball after he set it down as well, which would have invalidated the play anyways. So 1-1 for Inhofer. Reisig throws back, not in time. One. Taking off. Vargas, the throw. It's a good one. They get him. Vargas retires the last batter. It took him a while, but they caught someone stealing.
4 runs, 2 hits.
2-5 put out. And 2 hits turn into 4 runs. Only 1 of them is earned to the pitcher, Reisig, who has, despite there being 6 on the board, only earned 1 run so far. There's 3 errors on the defense. And nobody is left on base. 6-0 the score. Westco had some good batting in the last inning against Brody Lee. Gonna see if they can repeat that. They went out to the lead the last time. 3 runs would tie it this inning. Not give them the lead, but I'm sure they'd still enjoy it. It's going to be hard to set a record for the most runs in a game so far in this tournament. We kind of had a very high-scoring 18-12 game against Huron. SEMO's going to do it, baby. They're up by 5 in the top of the 9th. My SEMO Red Hawks.
Leading off the inning, the second baseman, number 1, Michael Villagrana.
Ball shown. That's hit back to Lee. Underhand and Villagara retired. First out of the inning recorded.
Nice play by Lee. Brings up third baseman, number 22, Boy Bandera.
Up comes Moy Panduro. Doesn't have a hit in this game so far, but he's been very good on the tourney. Ball outside, 2-0 the count for Lee. Panduro, a walk as good as a single here. Swing and a miss. First strike for Panduro. That's hit high into right. And underneath it, making the grab is Juvie. 2 outs now here in the top of the third.
Flying out to the right fielder, brings up number 13.
Yarel Mendez now up. Strike. One count. Oh, dang it. Arkansas scored? Uh-oh. They better not blow it. All right, 1-1 count. Mendez watches the ball outside. 2-1. Trying to make a little 2-out rally happen. Grounded hard and controlled by Inhofer. The throw in time. 1-2-3 inning from Lee. He's able to recollect himself.
Ground out the first offense in, no additional errors. We get to the bottom of the third. It was the score of Expos 6, Zephyrs 3.
So bottom of the third coming up. Expos put up 4 in the last inning, thanks to several errors, 3 to be exact, from the defense helping them out. It's a 3-run game for SEMO. I want them to pull this out over the number 5 team in the country, Southeast Missouri, in Cape Girardeau, Missouri, out of the Ohio Valley Conference. Trying to come through. This would be special. I like SEMO. They're kind of a fun little team. They hit 4 home runs in this ball game. Brooks Kettering hit 2. Bottom of the third upcoming. Oh, new pitcher, Yarel Mendez steps in for Rising. Oh, and apparently Reisig is out of the game. Very sad. So Reisig now out of the game. Hitless in the tournament. My condolences.
For Westco, number 8, Thatcher Jamala is in for number 15.
Carter Meyer, or sorry, Thatcher Thamala. Thamala going to be playing right field, and coming in from right is Yarel Mendez, who is now pitching. Reisig leaves the game, 2 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 1 strikeout, allowing 3 hits and 2 walks. He's on hook for the loss.
50/50 raffle tickets are available now.
First time we're seeing Mendez on the mound in this tournament.
Grab your 50/50 raffle ticket and gain a chance to win.
This Westco team has some fight. They got a really tough schedule, probably the toughest in the tournament, playing both Cheyenne Post 6 and the Hard Hats. But then they also had the Shooters, who finished, granted they finished 3rd actually in the regional, in the Fitzgerald regional, or the Fitzgerald pool. Sorry, getting all college baseballed out. And then, yeah, if SEMO were to win, they would play tomorrow, or play tonight against Kansas State. If they win that, they will play tomorrow for the championship and a trip to the regional.
Expos number 21, shortstop,
Inhofer back up. He was at bat the last time that he was at bat against Reisig in the end of the last inning. Vargas retired the last man via walk, or via a punch out. Just one more out for SEMO, and they will move on to the Fayetteville Regional Championship game against Kansas State tonight. Come on, guys. All right. 1-0. Low at 2-0. Three-0. Mendez, 4-pitch walk. Not a good start for him.
The walk brings up number 22, first baseman Trevor Slosher.
Up comes Schlosser. Inhofer stole second before. He's very fast. Expect him to take it. I believe he had something like 60 steals last season for the Expos. 1-0. I know that Ryan Negebauer had an obscene amount of stolen bases last year. I believe north of 70. They did it. Let's go Red Hawks. I'm very happy right now. I'm sure you can hear it. 0-1 to Schlosser. That's another strike. So Mendez up in the count 0-2. Still checking back on Inhofer. Inside, 1-2. At 1-2 count. And ball to the backstop. Wild pitch. That'll advance Inhofer. Inhofer probably would have stolen anyways at some point. 2-2 count now to Schlosser. Mendez looking for his first out as a pitcher. Fouled back. 2-2. Outside, ball 3. Count now full. It's going to be popped into right. And sliding, not making the grab. The ball gets by him. Schlosser rounding for second. Inhofer's coming in. He's still telling him to run. Schlosser has a chance. No. He could have made it. No, he is still going home. Schlosser, the inside the Parker. He stopped, but was then given the green light as Villagara bobbled the catch. A inside the park 2-run home run for Trevor Schlosser. Wow. Brager now up. One. Foul ball. 1-2. Brager down in the count. Fouled right into the glove, and that'll be the first out of the inning. So first K now for Mendez. Brager goes down via the foul tip, strike 3. And Braden Juve now comes to the plate. Strike 1. Sorry, strike 2. Braden Juvie awaiting the 0-2 now. Last time up, he had a walk, stole a base, advanced on there, and scored. He'll stay alive, gets a piece of it. Ball 1. Juvie awaiting the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Mendez cuts down his second Expo now. Back to back. Up comes Blaine Hunt. Fouled away. One count. Two one. It's hit hard into right. That's going to be... Oh, it's caught by the right fielder, Meyer. He robs an extra base hit. And we will see 2-run score on a inside the park home run by Trevor Schlosser. Expos on top 8-3 after 3 innings. Shout out to my friend and future roommate Tyler Abrams. We have a shared bond over SEMO after watching them in a play-in game for the NCAA tournament last year. Excited to see that. Very fun. So getting ready to bat here. Oh, he has to tell Carter Riesig that he isn't in. Oh, Riesig wanted a at bat, and they have to tell him that he was substituted out. That hurts me. That's sad. Riesig was warming up thinking it was his at bat, but he was substituted out for Meyer. Or sorry, Thatcher Thamala. So I guess it was Thamala in right that made that last play.
Leading off the inning for Westco, number 8, Thatcher Kamala.
First pitch, a ball from Brody Lee. 1-0. Strike 1. It's going to be flared, and right over the glove of Inhofer. It'll find a spot. A blooper. Or blooper leadoff single for Thatcher Thamala.
And with a legendary single, we're going to left fielder after that next number 39, Traven Jackson.
Swing and a miss. Strike 1 to Traven Jackson. His last time up, he hit a triple. Popped up and should be playable. Inhofer underneath it, needing to run back as the man at first. The throw offline. He gets away. Thamala heading to second. He will be safe out there. The first out is retired. That'll be a first error of the game. That one coming on Dawson Inhofer. Vargas now here.
Advances the runner to second base. Next up, number 6. The pitcher, Aiden Vargas.
Is this what manifesting is like? Alright, man on second. Thamala as Aiden Vargas steps up. Vargas takes strike 1. No, oh. The storm clouds just formed there. They weren't there. Yeah, there's storm clouds there. I don't know what they're doing. Kind of looks like they're starting to droop, like they're going to rain. Fouled away. They just snuck up on me. What's happening? It's clear skies way that way, but those ones just formed as the game went on. Like, they just started here. They weren't moved here. They started here. I don't know what that means. But no lightning delay, please, on the final day here. None of the Hard Hats games have been on time except for the first night. I'm not hearing anything, actually. No, nothing's bad. But some crazy wind headed out to right. Flags actually blowing up, not down. They're defying gravity and blowing up on the flagpole in left field. 2-2. Some serious wind. It's all carrying out to right. That is the direction. 2-2. Thamala stands there. That'll hit him. And so Aiden Vargas takes his base. And it is beginning to rain a little. Luckily, we have a full turf field. Courtesy runner going to be used here. Now coming in to run is Dawson Barrett.
Courtesy runner, number 24, Dawson Barrett.
So Barrett now on first. 2 on, 1 out. Westco trying to make a little move. Blake Grasmick in this tournament. 0 for 6 on at-bats, but 4 walks. Very good at standing still. He didn't swing the first time up, and he did earn a walk and a run. That's a swing, and out of play. Just barely. In the first row of seats. The wind almost pushed it back into the field of play. That should have been a lot further. Hardheads game still scheduled for 4:30 start. The rain beginning, but the clouds fastly, with that strong wind, going over the field. Hopefully they don't cause any trouble. If they would, it wouldn't. I did not see anything just now. That didn't happen. No, actually no. That's a strike. Rain's starting to pick up. Could affect the grip that Lee has. So wild pitch on the table. He's also thrown 2 of them so far. And it'll hit him. That's also a part of the grip thing. And the base is now loaded by a hit by pitch. So yet again, for the 5th time this tournament, Blake Grasmick will reach base without swinging the bat. I mean, he swung that time, but it had no impact on him making it. Bases loaded. Up comes Sam Bolin. He had an RBI double back in the 2nd inning. If he were to do this here, it would clear the bases and make it an 8-6 ball game. Strike 1.
Number 16, Sam Bolin.
0-1. On deck, Oscar Felix, the leadoff man. Sam Bolin batting 4 for 9 in the tournament, having a very good one. Swing and a miss, strike 2. The clouds quickly leaving. We got about a mile left of cloud before they all go over the mountain. Let's hope that there's no lightning in the meantime, or that clouds don't form behind it, because these were all forming here. 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Throw back to first, didn't get him. Very close play. So somehow that's the first strikeout of the game, I think. Base is still loaded. Run on contact, they say. And Oscar Felix is there. Warming up, Hinman in the on-deck circle. Not Panduro. That would be interesting. Swung on and hit into right center. It'll drop. 1 run scores. Coming home is Vargas. Grasmick churning for third. The throw offline. And reaching second, Oscar Felix. A 2-run single. The Zephyrs bringing it within 3 runs. With the tying run now coming to the plate. A pinch hitter for Michael Villagara, who has been 1 for 9 in this tournament. This is Hinman. Ryan Hinman, the big righty. Offensive line / defensive line. If I'm going to guess, is they're putting Grasmick at second. 2-run single for Felix. He'll advance to second on the fielder's choice. Hit hard, and it through the gap. 1 run will score. Oscar Felix will be told to hold. Good call there from the third base coach, but the pinch hitter comes through with 2 outs. A RBI single, Ryan Hinman, and it's a 2-run ball game. The pinch hit choice, a successful one. They asked him for a hit, he provided. Now Grasmick scoring his 2nd run of the game. Oh no! Oh jeez. The Clouds are just about to leave, guy. We gotta wait 30 minutes now. So that's 30 minutes. So I'm gonna guess 3:45 projected restart. Dang it. We've only got like a mile left of clouds, guys. It'll pass. I don't like lightning delays. They don't make sense to me. So I'll give you a rundown, I guess, of the college games. This will push back the Hard Hats game for certain. Dang it. The Clouds are going to be gone really soon. Nobody's going to get struck by lightning, I can promise that. But we take them off just in the freak accident case. These clouds just formed on top of us. These weren't even like existing prior. It was clear skies, and then they all just formed. Luckily, the wind still pushing them away at a pretty good rate, but it will take them over us. That's a rather loud thunder clap. Can't disagree with that. So, game delayed also for between Nebraska and Florida. Nebraska down 7-4. UC Santa Barbara up 4-2 in the top of the 8th. The host of the Santa Barbara Regional trying to hold off San Diego Toreros in the top of the 8th. Toreros down by 2 runs. Louisiana Lafayette on top of Texas 2-1 in the top of the 8th. A chance for them to advance. Texas the favored team here. Then UC Irvine 6-3 up over Tulane. The Anteaters looking to reach the Corvallis Regional Championship. Dallas Baptist and Grand Canyon in a high-scoring duel. Grand Canyon currently on top 10-9 as we enter the final 3 innings in the top of the 7th. Duke up 1 run as we are in the 1st inning between them and Oklahoma. Some of the other finals. SEMO pulls off the impossible, the 6-3 upset for the 4-seeded Ohio Valley champs. They will face Kansas State later today in a game that I hope I get to watch, but with the delay here, it might not provide. Georgia Tech beat UNC Wilmington narrowly 3-1. They're going to play Georgia in the Athens Regional Championship. They were a bubble team, and they've proved that they belong here. Eastern Carolina beats VCU 10-7. Okay, so I'm going to do the thing. You want to see something cool? Yippee! There we are. I thought it's cute. Do you guys like it? Tell me in the chat if you think it's a cute thing. James Madison up 2-0. I agree. Lightning delays suck. Never once have I actually seen one hit a field. Like in my entire life, doing a lot of sports stuff. Maybe in like a small town football field with very little lighting, wide open, like Kansas, I could see that being a concern. But with these really big poles, the way lightning works, it would hit those, and it would do that regardless of if there are people playing. Anyways, player safety, I suppose. It just feels like, yeah, I'm gonna stop it there. Thank you, Liam. I needed that. All right. You're the best, Liam. So, James Madison beats South Carolina. They'll play at 4 o'clock in just a minute here. They'll play against NC State. LSU beats Wofford. They made a comeback. They were down 5-0. They ended up winning 13-6. And the reigning national champions going to... Who are they facing? North Carolina. They lost narrowly to North Carolina in the game yesterday. Coastal Carolina narrowly beats High Point. High Point also a surprising team here. Coastal Carolina getting in on their reputation, not exactly their record, but they're proving that their reputation still works. It is 6-5, where they won 6-5. Coastal Carolina going to play in the Clemson Regional Championship against the Clemson Tigers. Indiana State blows out Illinois 13-2. Two teams in the Big Ten got killed today. 13-2 Indiana State over Illinois, and 15-3 Southern Miss over Indiana. So Big Ten stays choking in the rest of it. The rain starting to pick up kind of heavy here. Okay. UCF gets the win over Stetson 5-2 in a game they got delayed but finished. They will play against Florida State in the Tallahassee Regional Championship. Florida State looking very strong so far. Eastern Carolina playing Evansville in a rematch. They got beat by Evansville, knocked to the losers bracket. Evansville still has 2 losses to go and a full day of rest. They get any one of those and they will head to the Super Regionals. So the 4 o'clock regional championship games. Tennessee going to play Southern Miss. Kentucky against Indiana State. Number 6 Clemson against Coastal Carolina. Number 4 North Carolina, rematch against LSU. Number 7 Georgia versus Georgia Tech. Number 8 Florida State against UCF. UCF is 72-39. That's not real. That's a typo. They did not play over 100 games. That did not happen. I do not believe you. ESPN, do better. They did not play over 100 games. I don't buy it. James Madison will play North Carolina. Number 10, North Carolina. Number 12, Virginia against Mississippi State. Mississippi State, one of the few LSU or SEC teams not hosting a regional to do well in this thing. Number 6, Eastern Carolina has to play Evansville twice in order to get out. SEMO gets to play Kansas State. Kansas State just needs to win one game against SEMO. They have not played SEMO yet. SEMO was knocked down by Arkansas and then just got their win just now. But that SEMO squad, deadly. I want a SEMO. I desperately want a SEMO Super Regional appearance. I need a Cinderella in my life right now. Louisiana extends their lead, scores 4 in the top of the 8th. Still going, too. They're up 6-1 over Texas. Oh, hail again. We got hail again. Welcome back, everybody. We have hail. These are smaller than last time. The cloud keeps forming behind this one. Like, it is actively making more cloud, printing more cloud at the back of this thing. Now it's back to rain. That hail will be gone in like a minute and a half. The weather not really been cooperating the last 2 days. It's interesting how that works, how it's a really good day before. Oh, and they turned it off. What just happened? Did you guys hear that transition? It went from to nothing in no time flat. There's literally 0 rainfall after the end of that. That was something. They just flipped a switch and turned it off. It wasn't a gradual or like an even quick thing. It was instantaneous that it went from heavy pouring to nothing. It was hailing like 2 minutes ago. What the heck? Yeah. Well, May was a really good weather month in Rapid. It was nice. Is that what we call them? Flash thunderstorms? Because it literally just built up right there. You did this before me. But I did this in the Veterans Classic, or the Firecracker last year. I did this on the final 2 days of the Firecracker. Maybe it's just a weekend thing. The Expos are just chilling. As are we. I don't know if the restart of 3:15 or 3:45 is accurate, but that's 30 minutes from the lightning strike. Yeah, it waited till the third day last year, and then it happened twice in that day, and we just called the last game. So yeah, unfortunate. May was really nice. There were like 6 bad days in May in Rapid City out of 31, and we go into June and we got 2 bad days in a row, which just doesn't feel fair. Very upsetting. So this will push back the start of the Hard Hats game. I'm going to estimate 5 instead. Give it a 30-minute push. Change that. Thank you all for watching Hard Hats TV. This is game 21 of 22. I'll give you a quick look at what we're actually dealing with. But the clouds are passing right now. There's clear skies behind them, but more cloud keeps being formed at the back of this cloud. So, like they're printing more cloud at the back while the front is going over. Still pretty quick moving. Here's what it looks like out there. Not terrible. Hailstones, you couldn't even tell they happened. They were very tiny. So what do you guys want to talk about? I don't know, it could be story time. A little Q&A, whatever we want.
Just an announcement. We're looking at potential start of the game at 4 o'clock. Players on the field at 3:50. Again, we are shooting for a 4 o'clock resume. Players on the field at 3:50.
Okay. 4 o'clock. You heard the man. We're going to do like a top 3 favorite moments of the tourney. Hard Hats walk off number 1. It's close though. Hard Hats walk off number 1 against Miles City. Number 2, the hail break and shenanigans that were happening between Miles City and the Harrisburg Maroon yesterday. That was just joyful and fun. And got to talk with several of the players. It was like an hour and a half long. It was kind of fun. And then Brady Feenstra and Huron, the 12-0. Is there? It's not here. I don't think. I'm not hearing anything. It could be in South Dakota at some point. I mean, it's a big state. I'm not shocked there's a tornado somewhere. I hope nobody gets hurt by it. But yeah. Oh. Jeez. It's really close. Louisiana Lafayette gonna knock out Texas here. They're up 9-1 in the bottom of the 8th. Dallas Baptist ties in the top of the 7th. It is 10-10. San Diego does not come through in the top of the 8th. They're still down 2 runs. UC Santa Barbara going to have a chance to close out the Toreros and secure a trip to the regional final in the next inning. And UC Irvine piling on runs. They're up 8 now in the top of the 7th, 11-3 over Tulane. They're pulling away. Yeah, it was. That was really fun. It was a heck of a game, too. Some animosity between the teams. That always makes them play better. It was cool. At least I thought so. It sure is. When they ran into each other or something. But Aaron Roach has been bunting so well. I get why Coach Torvey did it. But yeah, very gutsy. Led to the walk-off. Very fun. But yeah, number 3 would be Huron in their dugout, just generally, especially in that Miles City game where they won 12-0. That dugout was electric. They were heckling. They were doing weird bird things. I will post that somewhere else. They'll post, I think, on my personal TikTok. I'm not going to share that on air, but it should be really fun. Huron, that dugout, I took a video of it when they made a run. They were just having the time of their lives. My girlfriend very jealous of the rain coming out here. Of course, I'm down in Phoenix during the school year. She's out there right now in Gilbert, Arizona. That's a desert, no rain all around. We're getting too much rain, and it's, yeah, not going too great. I'd give them some. You have excessive heat warning until Thursday. That's rough. Sorry to hear that. We have a delay until 4, so I don't know. It could be worse, honestly. It could be worse. Have a little sympathy for us. You gotta have a little sympathy. Shout out to my lovely girlfriend Madeline, still doing nursing school out in Arizona. She's watching the stream. Nobody having fun in the hail right now. We got too loud and told them they couldn't have fun yesterday, so a sad moment. There's no hail anyways, but still. Tornado near Faith. Faith, South Dakota. I'll look where that is, try to track it a little. Isn't it cool having like a cool little, like having, yeah. Mm-hmm. Fun time had by most. I feel really, really bad. The Miles City Outlaws gonna play against the 320 Stars tonight. They have like the longest trip back of anybody, I think. It might be Elkhorn. And that's bad. We make them also play the late night game against the Hard Hats. Both of them gonna have to stay overnight. There's no way they're getting back home by through this. Okay, just a moment. The boys are still out there. They're having some fun talking it over. All the hard hats having some fun. Hard hats like to watch their Expos, and one of their hard hats tossing in over there. Oh, thanks. It is a cute graphic. I thought so. Glad to see you guys are enjoying it. You guys want to see something else? Oh, it's not formatted right now. There's a little rain delay one right there, with the sad little cloud. We got the angry cloud, the sad cloud, the angry cloud. We have fun here. Everybody now on the field. 350 people are going to be on the field, and then the game should restart at 4 o'clock with 2 men on for Westco, tying run on the bases in an exciting game that I hope doesn't get derailed by the delay. That delay lasting, if we were to get started, that would last 43 minutes, which honestly is not a terrible delay, but it is a delay nonetheless. Phoenix, actually, the heat isn't that bad. You go outside and you just start sweating the moment that you're outside, which is unfortunate, but it doesn't like heat you up. You don't get overheated unless you're like doing something outside. If you're just walking around outside, you could be out there for like 3 hours. Nothing's going to be a problem. You will be sweaty, but the sweat will, actually help you. As opposed to like humidity, like the South, you're getting hot. Like it's heating you up. Yeah, you're also sweating, but it's heating you up. So honestly, I don't mind the 110 in Phoenix. Plus, every place is air conditioned. I think they use up like this must be like the highest electricity. Like August in Phoenix area must be like the highest electricity use of any um, city in America for that month. Even New York or LA. I think that Phoenix wins because of how air conditioned everything is and how hot it is outside. But you need it. So, really, you're just walking from place to place and then you get sweaty, and it's kind of unfortunate, but you don't feel hot. You got that going for you. Plus, the winter, very nice.
About 6 or 7 minutes, your game will be
Weakling. She's saying the sweat doesn't help, but it does. You could totally like sit outside
Get it
and
out.
like on the porch and you would get sweaty, but after like 40 minutes you're not gonna like your head's not gonna start throbbing, you're not gonna start turning red and overheating or anything.
It's a blue ticket,
You'll just get sweaty. That's
and
it.
it is 528,227. Again, 50/50,
No, I don't.
$77
You
is the
don't know
blue
me.
ticket.
I do not feel hot.
528,227 is what we claim it. In the next couple minutes, I'll announce it again, and then what we claim it after that, and we will with the new team.
A hill I will die on, though. I grew up in the Denver area, Aurora, Colorado. I got to know some cold there. A Phoenix 46 and windy is colder than gray sky 15 degrees in Colorado. It is. It pierces you in a different way. I have very rarely been in a place where I am so cold that I need to like take a shower and then huddle up in 13 covers. And that's happened to me twice in Arizona and like 6 times in my entire childhood. Arizona, even if the number is higher, Arizona 45 freezes you like nothing else. Plus, the problem with that, you aren't wearing like jackets exactly for the Arizona stuff. You're kind of just, you're probably wearing like shorts and a t shirt. You're not as prepared because you're expecting something nice. But it does sneak up on you and you get really cold. So, unfortunately, after mocking the Californians for thinking that, like, oh, 43 is cold, after doing that for years, I found out that they're right. And that's very sad to me. Anyways. Enough about the weather. Team's gonna start doing it. Moy Panduro showing up in the little spot. Jace Caldwell talking. The skipper here for the Expos. Alright. With that fresh rain smell and some dark gray pavement, we are ready to go yet again in just a moment here. We should be back. I'm always a shirts and shorts guy. I'll put on pants if I'm like doing something outside, like calling a game. But when I was calling a game at ASU, softball game in early February, I needed to be helped by my girlfriend who brought an extra coat, and we were freezing. And that game went on forever. It was like a 3-hour, 15-minute game. At least it felt like that. And by the time I had cleaned up and packed up from the broadcast, it was like 10:30 p.m. and it was terribly late. It was not fun. Runners on the corners now. And welcome back, everybody. Did they forget that did the other corner person forget they're on? No, Hinman's right there.
So it looks like we'll get started here shortly, and the people will start.
Hinman's not wearing his helmet though.
Westco has a runner on third base, 2 outs, and number 22, Moy Pandero will be at the bat.
They have a runner on first too, guys. They have a runner on first. I did not change anything. Hinman, you are on first base. He's walking towards it, so I hope he knows he's there. First and third, yeah. Good catch from the umpires. Shout out to umpire. I don't know your name, but you're doing good. Hinman, go out there. Go to first. You're on. There we go. All right. We have a new pitcher in. Looks like it. Boy Panduro up to bat. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Westco trying to keep their momentum that they had way back when, about an hour ago. This is Hassett on the mound. So we have a pitching change before Panduro can take his at bat. 1-1 to Panduro. Hassett delivers. It is a grounder handled by at third. The throw, good. And so after the break, the Zephyrs unable to capitalize, but they do score 3 in the top of the 4th and make it a 2-run ball game entering the bottom of the inning. The offense working just fine. So 5-3 put out ends the inning. So Ben Hassett on the mound. Still holding on to the win would be Brody Lee. Hassett on the season, 8 innings pitched, 1 start, has 1-0 record, allowed 8 hits, no walks, 7 strikeouts, no earned runs, so a 0 ERA and a 1 WHIP. So, batting average against at 267, but no earned runs, 2 runs allowed on the season. We are ready to go again. Bottom of the 4th. The top of the order, or sorry, the 9, 1, and 2 upcoming. No, the top of the order. It'll be McLeod, Kiefer, and Steen leading off this inning. They all swing in unison on the warm-up area. That's pretty cool. They have like 5 bats out right now. Half of the hard hats are out of the dugout swinging bats. All of them watching and swinging in unison. That's pretty cool. Hard hats just kind of vibing. River Walters watching the team he played for quite a bit of last season. He might be starting tonight. It would be either him or Eli, I think. Either him or Eli Kelly. In theory, it could be, in theory, it could be Rowan Fredrickson, but I have not seen them do that this year, them being the hard hats. So bottom of the 4th, McLeod. First pitch, strike at the knees. McLeod reached base both times, stole 2 bases, scored a run. Grounded, right back to Mendez. He will throw to first, and the out recorded. So yeah. Okay, wait. So Panduro now at second. Grasmick moves to third. So Grasmick on third now. No, could you? Oh, thank you, Logan. That's a good catch. You could throw Sales again. So Grasmick to third. Panduro from third to second. And then now at first base, the man, Ryan Hinman. As Michael Villagara out of the game. 1-0. That ball low. 2-0. Mendez. That's another ball. And it's 3-0. Three-out count. Mendez. That's a fastball down the middle, and he will locate. Pitch. Outside. Ball 4. And now Lars Kiefer on the base paths. He has 35 steals this year. Make that 36. He stole second. Aiden Vargas going to have his hands full here. Lars Kiefer incredibly fast and not afraid to take off. So, frankly, I don't know what you're going to do here. Hinman, a very skilled first baseman defensively. There goes Kiefer. The throw. A straight one, but Kiefer just simply too fast. There was a slight moment of hesitation there. From Vargas as he cocked and then fired. I think we got some cadets here watching, along with some of the younger hard hats. Or Expos, other guys. So. 0-1, up and outside for Mendez. 1-1 count to Steen. Steen, a big swing, and he comes up empty. It's 1-2. Steen, 2 for 2 with a pair of singles in this game. Batting over 500 on the season. Over 60 plate appearances as well. 1-2, Mendez. Low ball 2. Steen will sit off it. Two. Ooh, just inside. That was very close. Steen flinched so much he had to collect himself as he was starting to move off his feet. The clouds keep spawning. I don't like this. Full count, payoff pitch, hit to short. Felix handles it on a hop. The throw on target, and that will be the second out of the inning. So Mendez able to retire. Steen. And now over on third is Lars Kiefer. No wild pitches anymore. If anything gets by Vargas or even near Vargas off of him, you could totally see Lars Kiefer coming in to make the play. Now Burris, 0 for 2 in this game, but he's the cleanup man for a reason. He grounded out to short and hit into a fielder's choice. It could have been a double play last time. Only 1 out needed here in the bottom of the 4th. Mendez, strike right down the middle. A slow changeup, and it's 0-2. Ooh, a ball to the backstop. Kiefer coming in, no chance. Expos score the first run since the delay. And Lars Kiefer makes the Zephyrs pay for letting him on. Two runs in the game now for him. Ball inside. No pressure on Burris anymore. The run already scored. He's doing this for himself. He hits it hard into center. A single. And sliding out there is Bolin. It's a little slippery. Luckily, he's able to stay on his feet. So a 2-out single for Burris. His first hit of the day will bring up Dawson Inhofer. Inhofer seeing 8 balls, 0 strikes in this game. His aura precedes him. And taking off, no chance. Stolen base successful for Hadley Burris. His second steal of the game. The thing about this Expos team, a lot of guys who would totally beat hard hats on this squad that are stuck because of how veteran-laden this team is. Hit into the corner, and 1 run will score. He's rounding for second. Dawson Inhofer will slide in. A 2-out double brings in Hadley Burris from second. And up comes Schlosser. He had an inside the park home run to right field his last time up. Oh, called strike. Must have barely hit the zone. I thought that one was out. I thought that was too high. I guess not. Schlosser is very tall, so I get the strike zone higher for him. 0-1. Inhofer takes off. Vargas to third. No. He's safe. A good jump, just enough. A good throw from Vargas regardless. And the first stolen base of the game. Or sorry, second stolen base of the game for Dawson Inhofer. It is 0-2. Schlosser. Or Schlosser, I think they're saying. 0-2. Mendez trying to limit the damage. Fastball. Popped up. And Hinman running after it in foul territory. He will fall down and be unable to make the grab. Everybody on Westco kind of laughing at him. Having some smiles around. It's alright. He's checking his arm, making sure there's no scratches, and it's 0-2. Schlosser, given second life. Receives. It's going to be a high hop. Felix handles. Throw to first, on target, and that will be the inning. So 2 runs score in the bottom of the 4th for the Expos. Zephyrs going to have to keep pace. Now scoring 2 or more runs in every one of their first 4 innings. The Expos offense has been potent. So 2 hits lead to 2 runs. Both of them earned to the new pitcher Mendez. There are no errors, which is improvement, and 1 man is left on base. The previous inning, there were 1 hit for 2 runs. Both of them were earned to Mendez as well. No errors and 0 left on base. When it was 8-6, now it's 10-6. Top of the 5th now coming up. Westco. The offense has been working. The defense has been improving, but still unable to keep the Expos off the board. Leading off is hitting Yarel Mendez. He was 5 for 7 entering the game, and against the last pitcher, he was 0 for 2. Now, for the first time, big swing and a miss, facing Ben Hassett. 0-1. Hassett Winds, delivers. That's a beauty. A curveball with some serious break, both in and down. And the 0-2. Slider timed up a little bit ahead of it, and that'll be fouled away. 0-2 count. Stepping off the mound and stepping out of the box. It'll have a quick reset. Top of the 5th. Swing and a foul tip. Ball not into the glove of the catcher. Gets away, so we will continue the at-bat. I like the jerseys for Westco, by the way. It's a cool, it's the little Miami Hurricanes color scheme. It's nice. Swing and a tip. It bounces off. The catcher, Brager, wondering how it hit him in the backside, bounced off of the bat, then off of the leg of the umpire, and then back up into his backside. He was quite surprised by that, nonetheless. Didn't seem possible that could happen. 0-2. Swing and a miss on some high heat. Hassett sits down Mendez. For the first time in the tournament, he goes down on strikes. A big out there in the top of the 5th. It brings up Thatcher Thamala. Thatcher Thamala. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. He had a single his last time up. Back in the 4th inning. So only an inning ago, but about an hour ago in real time. Popped up and out of play. Landed in the 5th row here at Fitzgerald Stadium. 0-2. You could probably see where it landed on the screen, I think. Oh, 0-2. Hope you all have enjoyed these Hardheads TV games of every broadcast, or of everything. I've enjoyed them, though there's been some tiring days. Oh, stop it. The rain started to come back down, but there's clear skies not that far away. Go away, rain. Come away, come again another day. That's going to be cranked into left. McLeod makes the grab. Out number 2 recorded. Still some light rain, big drops, but nothing major. And like I'm saying, all of this leaving. It better be. The clouds, you can see blue skies if you look out towards the parking lot right now. Strike 1. Pass it. Doing a good job in relief here for the Expos. 0-1. Reached on and hit into center. Play is made by Kiefer. 1-2-3 inning for Hassett in relief. Recap, no hits, no runs, no earned runs, no errors, nobody left on. It is 6-10. And here's the thing, we've pitched 5 innings. So we've reached the minimum for the mercy rule on pitching side. It is a 4-run game. The Expos have been hitting great. It would take a 4-run inning here, but they could walk it off. Yarel Mendez now heading over to left field. He will be going into left, and Traven Jackson now going to be on the mound. So Mendez from right to pitcher to left. He's been in 3 spots today. And on the mound, Traven Jackson. So the 3rd pitcher of the game used here by the Zephyrs, all of which are usually hitters. Carter Reesig, Yarel Mendez, and Traven Jackson up to here in this being used in this game. They got nothing they're saving them for. That's for sure. The bottom three coming up here for the Expos. Carter Brager, Graydon Juby, and Blaine Hunt. At least I'm assuming, unless they pinch hit or something. There are now 7 Expos with bats out in that are making swings. There are so many Expos. Is everybody in the order like practicing timing up right now? This is just, I guess this is a coaching tactic that they all do this. Maybe to practice swinging at the pitcher on all the warm-up pitches. Now half of them going back in. There's just 3 left. Just 2 left. And now just the batter and the man on deck. Everybody came out and got some swings in, though. Carter Brager leads off the inning. Brager wearing 23 for Troy Daniels, I would assume. Ball in the dirt from Jackson. He came into a game earlier. I can't remember which one, but he did pitch in a game. Did an alright job, I remember. 1-0 count. Swung on and popped out of play. 1-1 count. Mendez went 2 innings with 4 earned runs and 3 hits allowed. That's going to be hit hard and foul. So 2 strikes now. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We'll see what Jackson has for a put away. Brager probably a hard out if I were to guess. He did strike out to a foul tip his last time up. That is going to be hit hard into center. And a leadoff single for Brager. Sets the tone for the Expos inning. Brings up Graydon Juby.
Courtesy of the pitcher, number 29, Bert Eschmeyer.
Burke Eschmeyer up to bat. And taking off, throw nowhere close to catching him. Lightning quick is Riley Scott, the pinch runner. Or sorry, Burke Eschmeyer is the pinch runner. That was a strike. 1-1 now here to Juvie. He has a walk and a strikeout swinging on the game. High and inside. Batting just .261 on the season in the junior ranks. 2-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. BTC Knights gonna get ready. They did most of their prep already while the hail was falling out in the fields and left, or the cages and left. And oh, he's taking off on the throw back. Whoa! A sneaky little steal from Riley Scott. Or Burke Eschmeyer, sorry. So Eschmeyer, the sneaky steal on the lollipop back to the mound. He notices the bat not doing anything. And it'll be a walk. So full count walk for Jackson. First walk issued. Still nobody out in the inning. Blaine Hunt now up. the lefty, second baseman. Checking some sort of note he's keeping in his pants there. Juvie with a devious jump. The throw from Vargas is good, and he will not steal the backdoor cut to home. Not going to happen. Juvie steals second. His second steal of the day. Kind of fitting that he's committing the robbery on the base paths. 0-1. Popped up into shallow left. It is caught. The throw. Home from the pitcher, Mendez. It gets away. Now throwing to third. There might be a chance. Aiden Vargas over the head of third baseman, Grasmick. And scoring. 2 runs will score. It is now a 12-6 ball game. The Juvie kind of messed up. The throw came in. I saw nothing. The throw came in from center field and was off the mark. Ball back there, and it is 1-0. So successful sac fly for Blaine Hunt. First out of the inning, he gets an RBI, brings in Brager, and then on the error from the catcher Vargas, his second. Scoring is Graydon Juvie. And McLeod back up. Reached 2 out of 3 times. That's a strike, 1-1. McLeod scored twice, 2 steals. Batting 382 on the season. Thinking about these Expos, all they know is winning. They're 25-4 overall. Went 3-1 here. They've got full confidence in themselves, and that's half the battle. Ooh, nope, ball inside and low. It dropped. I thought that was going to find its way in the zone. Instead, it dropped, which I'm sure was the point, but wasn't able to get McLeod. Swing and a miss on some high heat. 2 outs now here in the top of the 5th, or the bottom of the 5th. Have I been on the top of the 5th the whole time? I don't know. First K of the day for Jackson. Up comes Lars Kiefer. He's reached twice, 2 for 2. Well, actually 0 for 0. He has 2 bases on balls. The ETC team sitting watching the game right now next to me on the little landing. 2-0 count. Swung on right up the middle. Ooh, good grab from Felix, and the play is made. A hard hit ball. Felix able to handle it, make the out. And now getting out of that inning. So one hit turns into 2 runs. One of them is earned to the pitcher, Jackson. There is 1 error on the catcher, Vargas, and there are nobody left on. It is 12-6. So Westco with another chance here. To make their comeback. Hassett coming back out. A technically sound pitcher right there. When he grows into his frame, he could be nasty. Aww. Shout out Obi.
Starting off with Westco number 6, Aiden Vargas.
The due up here for the Zephyrs is Vargas, Grasmick, and Bolin. Vargas hit by a pitch, came around to score his last time up, ground out. An RBI ground out back in the second. Top of the sixth here. Taken high. A soft curveball misses high. Hassett delivers the 2-0. Foul tip, strike one. Rain coming back down. This cloud will never leave because it keeps spawning right behind us. Like the spot where it's growing is like in the parking lot, and it won't leave us alone. I don't like this. Go away. 3-1. Fouled away. Full count. We can play wet conditions though. This is a good situation for wet conditions. Full turf field minus the warning track, which, I mean, how often are we using that? That didn't happen. We didn't see anything. Full count. Outside ball 4. We've got a man on. Rain starting to pick up here. I'm very upset. Grrr. Okay. So Vargas reaches base. Courtesy runner. Dawson Barrett comes up. Swing and a miss for Grasmick. Strike 2. Hassett up in the count. Weather very variable here. Do not like. Check swing. Ball does not get away. Vargas stays put. 1-2. One-two pitch. Hassett checking. Still looking. Sets, delivers. Strike 3. The curveball pinpoints the corner. Down goes Grasmick. And it'll bring up Sam Bolin. Second K of the day. Rain coming down at inconsistent intervals. Strike 1. Hassett attacking early. Bolin up. He's 1 for 2 with a strikeout and a RBI double. Maybe he'll split the difference and get on by a walk. Curveball, strike 2. Hassett, that curveball looking great. Surprised he's only pitched 8 innings this season. Feels like he would have thrown a lot more. 0-2. Curveball, strike 3. Bolin tries reaching for the ball. The break too much for him to handle, and now 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Hassett pitching great. Bolin goes down on strikes the second time, and Oscar Felix going to face Hassett for the first time. This is his first at-bat since before that delay. There's a bird. Oh, blackbird. A little grackle, perhaps. Hit hard. Handled by the third baseman. Throw in the dirt, and it gets away. The scoop unsuccessful from Juvie. Now coming home is Vargas. And staying at second will be the runner, Felix. An error on the first baseman. Zephyrs put up another run. That was a very makeable grab off the bounce. An error on Juvie. Second error on the game for this Expos team. Brings up Ryan Hinman. He had a hard single on 2 outs to bring in a run before. One out count for Hinman. He's got the big bat. Offensive lineman hits that hard right at Inhofer. Unfortunate luck, and only one scores in the top of the 6th. The Zephyrs trail by 5, 12-7. The Expos have scored 2 or more runs in every inning of this game. The box score is 2-4-2-2-2. And they will now come in the bottom of the 6th. That's not Jackson. We have another pitcher. Jackson not going to come in the game. Is that Grasmick? Who's on the mound? The 4th pitcher of the day coming up. Number 9, that is Meyer, I believe. Carson Meyer. Or Carter Meyer. So, Carter Reisig, the first pitcher. He does 2 innings. 2 innings for Yarrow Mendez. Traven Jackson does just 1. And in a very committee thing here, Carter Meyer comes off the bench. He will pitch. Jackson now leaving the game, so they will just switch the pitcher out. Everything else stays the same. But he will now occupy the 6 hole.
New pitcher on the mound, Westco number 9.
Carter Meyer.
He replaces number 39, Craig Jackson.
So Carter Meyer seems to be putting his all into his pitches. That's for sure. Throwing more than just the ball. Throwing his body.
Starting out the inning for the Expos number 30, the designated hitter, Dexter Steve.
Way off the plate. And the first pitch for Carter Meyer. Meyer will face Dexter Steen. 2 for 3 on the day, batting over 500 on the season. 1 out count. High and outside to the backstop, 2-0. The Crackle is back. Plenty of fans now piling into Fitzgerald Stadium. Probably expecting to see the Hard Hats in a matter of minutes. They will, but it might be another inning. They get Expos, though, so post-22 baseball nonetheless. Up and outside, Dexter Steen, 4-pitch walk. Not a great start here for Meyer.
And the walk is on third baseman number 14, Hadley Burris.
Steen has not stolen. He stole home on a double steal thing with Dawson Inhofer, but he hasn't stolen second yet. He's leading off like he's going to. He doesn't take off. Ball 1. Steen the DH. 12 for 12 on stolen bases, though. 13 for 13 if you count his steal of home earlier. Fouled right off the ankle. That's going to hurt. Hadley Burris trying to walk it off. That hurts. Taking a second. right off the left ankle. Gonna have a quick chat with Jace Caldwell. Second to last game of the tournament here for the Hard Hats, or just, in the tournament in general, Veterans Classic. Claps given for Juvie as he's coming back in. It's been a trip. Quite some time. Got 2 more games to go. Glad we did it. Glad we did them all. I'm still a little tired. Gonna enjoy that day off as I do the socials for everything here. Wrap up all of that, cut up highlights. Hard Hat's gonna make some more later, but yeah. Two one. Outside, 3-1. Oh, never mind. Balk. So take the ball off the board. It's a balk. And taking second is Steen. Balk. So 2-1 count now to Burris. Count 2-1, not 3-1. You don't count the ball on a balk. High and outside, 3-1. The scoreboard operator thinks it's 4-1. It's not 4-1, it's 3-1. It's alright, so 3-1. And taking off, strike 2 delivered. Easy steal of third for Steen. Uncontested. I'm going to call that one. No, I'll give it a steal. It could be DI, though, as there was no attempt even thought of to make the out. Still looking for the first out of the inning. Foul tip. Misses the glove of Vargas. It goes off his mask instead. And the at-bat going to continue. Payoff pitch. Outside, ball 4. And thanks to that foul tip, Hadley Burris able to work it.
Next up, number 21, Dawson and Holder.
Now back-to-back walks. Hadley Burris being substituted out with that hurt ankle. They're not going to make him run on it. And we have a replacement here, number 17.
For Hadley, number 17, Tate Giddings.
Heard something like Tatum Giddings. But I'm going to double check on the game changer real quick. And taking off is the runner. No play to be made. Another steal. The runner is, Tatum Giddings. Hit high into right. And down a play. A very hard hit ball nonetheless. I'm actively seeing one of the ETC Knights players on the weather app checking the Rapid City weather to make sure that nothing's gonna push back the game even further. Strike 2. He seems to come to the conclusion, I don't know which one it is, but the weather app, not great when there's flash things that defy all expectation. The rain has stopped though. 1-2. Curveball misses low. Vargas dares the runner to come home. It's 2-2. Vargas got to be sick and tired of these runners. They always are taken off and they never get caught. Only one time he's caught him. 2-2. Inhofer. Ball 3 just inside. In hope for an RBI double his last time up. Pair of walks before that. He'll take either. And a walk. Bases loaded on walks by Carter Meyer. Up comes Trevor Schlosser. The walk-off run now in the very fast man of Dawson Inhofer. Schlosser with that home run earlier. Ball outside, the inside the Parker to right. One out. Swung on hard, handled the throw to the home plate, forced out there, and everybody else will stay. And so everybody moves. The force out successful. A 5-2 force out. So Burris now the man, or sorry, Giddens now the man on third. Schlosser on first on the fielder's choice, and Inhofer on second. Still, but we have one out now here in the inning. 1-0. Here's Carter Brager. He has a single reaching on an air and a foul tip. Strikeout. 1-0. High. 2-0. Vargas with a very stressful job right now. Wait, stirrups can go under your foot? I thought that was like part of the sock. Am I crazy? I'm seeing them setting up right now for the game. Stirrups are like a separate attachment. I thought that was just a style of sock and the way that they were printed. I didn't think that like they went over a sock. I never played baseball. Jeez. 3-0. Ball 4. Block. Expos bring in another. And now the walk-off run in the man of Schlosser on second. 4 walks now here for Meyer, and I think that's going to be it for him. I don't know how many more pitchers they're willing to go through. They already have 4 spent, and they have pitch count limits on and days of rest limits, so they can't bring in the other guys. RBI walk for Carter Brager. We'll bring up Graydon Juvie. Well, yeah, it will. One out. Walk-off run on second. And Graydon Juvie here. Meyer coming back out. 1 out. Double play. Very possible. Force out of every base. High. Ball 1. Alternatively, they could just keep taking walks, and a sac fly could bring in a man. Could be a wild pitch at some point. Who knows? 1 out. High. Ball 2. That one had actual break on it, though. It did miss high, but still. Starting to rain again, kind of hard. Strike 2. Sorry, strike 1. Firecracker last year, the Expos played against the Premier Baseball, or no, this was the Veterans. That's going to be turn on and foul. Foul by about 4 inches, 5 inches, which, contrary to, no. All right. 2-2. Low, full count. Payoff pitch. Skipper to home. The runners all shift to base. And another run scores. 14-7 the score. That is the 5th walk of the inning. Handed out. And Blaine Hunt coming back. RBI for Juvie by taking the walk. Hunt is 0 for 3. Does have a sac fly RBI, though. He hits it down the line, and that'll do it. Walk-off single for Hunt, and the Expos go 4-1 in the Veterans Classic. So the Expos, 4-1 in the Veterans Classic. They beat Westco 15-7 on a walk-off single from Blaine Hunt to score Trevor Schlosser. So, thanks to everybody from Scottsbluff watching at home. Thanks to all of, the Veterans Classic people. We've got one more game to go in this tournament. Estimated start time for me, just from me, not the real thing. I'm going to say 5:25. Not 5:30, even though that's an even number. I think we're at 5:25 territory. But yeah. So, final score here, the Expos pull it out 15-7 in a lightning delayed middle of the game type situation. The Zephyrs go home 1-4. Shout out to Carter Reisig, you're cool. Even if it wasn't your best tournament. I know it's going to let down some of his other teammates because it was kind of funny, but okay. Anyways, so end of the game. Zephyrs go down 15-7. Expos win, and it'll be Hard Hats versus Knights next. I'll broadcast that in about, give me a minute. Give me like 15. So, go over to that. Final game of the Veterans Classic coming up in a minute. I'm Oliver Fell. Thanks for watching. See you in a sec.